beautiful day out today. We have no more snow left, and this is what I'm left with. The damage from winter. Sorry about my shadow, everybody. But I have all these leaves that I had raked up in the fall that are now here. Weeds are starting. This is cool right here though. These are doing great. We had to cut a tree down. We had a disease on our weeping cherry. So in the fall, we had to cut this down. So I'm going to put some planters here and a bird feeder. These are all hostas that will be coming up through the periwinkle. Trying to stay out of the camera here with the shadow, but this is where the hostas are. We had an old gas lamp here that has been removed, and my husband put in a new LED lamp here. When we have our flag in the background, we put that up when our son was in the Marines a few years ago. Then our other dilemma was very disappointing that we had to take down a 50-year-old Crimson King maple. As you can tell, it was diseased. So here's the stump that's left. It was diseased and girdling at the bottom, so as you can see, the tree was twisting. The roots were all twisting around itself, so it actually was spinning and cutting itself off from nutrients. So I had an arborist come out and he said it's got to go. I mean, they can't save it. And so I've got all of this over here that I need to go through and, you know, spruce up for the spring. So I've got all of this to do. So these are all my perennial areas here. We are replacing this bird feeder, obviously. It looks pretty bad. That's happening very shortly. So I have all of this to cut back and clean up. And I have a swing cushion to put on and, you know, make it pretty. So at least this is how bad it looks for what Michigan winters have done. And here is the leftovers of the snow mold that we get every year, because the plow pours all the snow up on here. So all of this has to be raked, of course, and there's just a bunch of gravel and nastiness from the street that gets thrown up onto our property. So spring can be tough, but it'll be okay. So this is kind of what I'm dealing with, and I'll show you some updates as we go along. Well, starting to put out some of the garden ornaments. It's a beautiful day out here today, so I thought this little guy was adorable. The wind's making him bop around, and then my boxwood I'm going to have to trim and obviously scrub out my bird feeder. Well, sorry about the wind, everybody. I know you can hear it whistling, but that's the little part that I was working on today. And this cute little guy slowing up now. There we go, and I will see you later. Investigator here checking things out. That's my grand dog Daisy. I think you remember her from some of the other video that I've done. Hi, Daisy. Say hi to everybody. She's too busy looking for something else, I guess. Hey, Daisy. Daisy. Hi, sweetie. All right, we'll head on in for more chores. Hi guys, well today I've decided I'm going to get a little bit more organized. So I've been in the process of printing a planner out because I want to break down my day in hours so that I get more accomplished during the day. And there was a freebie on the Above Ruby Studio website, or I think it's, I'll put the link here. I can't recall. She's redone her website and has kind of changed it up a bit, and so she's offering this. So I am going to take her up on it, and I'm not sure if I'm going to subscribe yet to her membership. I don't know if I can make that financial commitment, but I just wanted to let you know I am going to get a little bit more organized, so that's what I'm doing part of this week. Yesterday afternoon I got a delivery from QVC. They had a today's special value, and I bought this pressure cooker. I burnt out, or whatever you want to call it, my last rice cooker, and I was looking for just a rice steamer. But then I realized, well, why would I waste money on just that when I can get this? And it's got all the different, see if it can focus here. Might be too close. I'll show you on the real thing. It's got different adjustments for cooking different things. So anyway, I just took it out of the container, and it's got the lid. It's got also another lid. Some little kind of cheap little plastic things, but it works. The inside part. And then I got a bunch of recipe books. So I'm going to experiment just with the basic roasted chicken. I figure I couldn't screw this up. And then there's some more of the recipe cards. That's the other side of them. So they have them themed beef, chicken, and then it goes to like this mac and cheese. My husband would love that. Well, who wouldn't love that? Alright, this is the main unit, and it's an 8-quart, so it's really going to be perfect for my family. But it has all these different choices on here. So you've got the timer, canning, preserving, soups and stews, slow cooking, rice risotto, beans and lentils, fresh vegetables and fish. So I do a lot of steaming vegetables. I don't know if you can see that very well, probably not. Chicken and meat. And then there's a timer, and then a warm setting. So I am going to rinse all this stuff out so that it's all fresh to start with. And I'm going to get a chicken in here. Alright, I mixed up my spices. So I have salt and pepper. I have some dried thyme. And I cut some of my fresh rosemary. I'm using all organic except for the thyme. I'm using that up before I purchase more. And then they tell you to put some olive oil in the bottom of this. So I'm putting in olive oil. And then all I have to do is brown the chicken. And I have to use this chicken meat. Oops. See if it'll focus here. Probably a little too close. The chicken meat button. And I'm supposed to brown it. So that's what I'm doing next. Okay, the recipe calls for me to brown the chicken. So I have it on the chicken meat setting right now. And I'm browning the bottom. I'm going to flip it over a couple times. And then I'm just going to throw some potatoes and on top, put it on. Ooh, you're going to get steam now. Sorry, guys. I'm going to just put the potatoes in. And then I'm going to switch it to the stew setting for 30 minutes. And dinner should be ready. Well, I followed the directions and I put the chicken in with the potatoes for 30 minutes in this pressure cooker, and I just took the temperature and it is completely done. I really didn't think that it would be done in 30 minutes, so I'm going to take it out and we'll see how it looks inside. Alright, I took him out of the pressure cooker, and when I was taking him out he was falling apart, or she, whatever, it. So even though I'm not doing this for presentation, this is a training experiment here. But it is cooked and it is moist when I cut it open. It's been sitting here for a few minutes, so you can't see it that well now. But it was nice and juicy when I cut it open. And the potatoes are perfect. I mean, they're juicy and they're not dried out. I'm impressed. So I think I'm going to be using this guy a lot. Well, next time things will look a little prettier, but for experimentation, this will make a great meal. Alright, well, I've been working out on the front, and my husband's put in a new post. This will be a planter. I'll be adding 2 more. Cleaned this all out. I'm filming from inside the house, as you can tell. Put a new bird feeder here. Started cleaning down there, and you can tell where I stopped. And then my husband's out there getting ready to start planting. We purchased 2 new trees, so we are slowly but surely getting stuff done. Okay, I just finished making 3 days worth of raw food from this book that we're now doing for our dogs. seeing that Sadie's got the autoimmune SARS, and our Gretchen, the German Shorthair, has been having horrendous allergy issues, and that's why I've been a little bit behind in my videoing for my craft, because Gretchen's been very, very ill. She's getting better now. So we are on full raw. We're starting out kind of with an elimination diet. So this is turkey with veggies in here. So she gets 6 cups a day for her size. So 1 quart in the morning and 1 quart in the afternoon. There's 3 cups in each size for her. And then Sadie over here gets a cup and a half for breakfast or morning, and then later in the afternoon. Sorry about the glare, guys. And that's the same thing, turkey. So we're starting out with that. Then I just put their supplements in, and I went by this book. I waited to get a really good, what I figure is a really good book for raw, making your own animals raw food, and that's got a lot of history behind it, a lot of research, a lot of backup, a lot of nutrients and all of that. I want to make sure that they have everything that they need, and so this is what I decided, and it's a really good book in my opinion. So anyway, that's what I've been doing on a Sunday afternoon, and heading on out to do some more things outside in the yard.